What up, YouTube? It's Kurt here. All right, so today we're going to take a look at Salamangreat and why it seems to have underperformed as soon as this new format rolled out. And there are a couple of reasons for this, I think. One is that the deck is very good. Don't get me wrong. The thing is, it's kind of a one-trick pony. I think people have figured it out. If you have a combo deck that really only essentially does one combo, people are going to figure out ways to kind of get around that. That is one big reason I think Salamangreat is kind of fallen off with over the weekend. It's still going to top. It's still going to make tops. So let's be honest here. It's just too consistent, and it's able to carry so many hand traps that it's too consistent not to top. But yeah, at the what was it, the AG whatever that event is, only had one in the top 16 cut, which is pretty impressive. So that is one big reason why I don't think you'll see that much Salamangreat going from here forward, at least how it was when it first came out. And we also haven't seen much of Endymion, but that's a whole another story. Yeah, so people have learned it, people have figured it out, and people are going to side for it now a lot more. Obviously, doing things like DD Crow. If you DD Crow at the right time, your opponent's kind of shit in the bed there. There's no question about that. But also, the next point I want to make, it's really big. The fact that people are running around with 2 super polymerization, that is freaking scary for this deck specifically. The deck had so much success. I feel like people are just going to pick on this deck now and just kind of bully it by carrying 2 super poly and putting an extra deck monster just specifically for that matchup. And that's kind of mean, whatever. It's not like it's an overpowered deck, but people are going to take advantage of that when they can. So yeah, don't be surprised if Salamangreat has a rough road from here on out with super poly at 2. And again, it's crazy how much of a difference one card can make, but it really can make that big of a difference. So I think look for Salamangreat to not perform as well, but I think it's going to have a resurgence. I think people are going to sleep on it a little bit after this most recent period, and it's going to come back and it's gonna top some more stuff. It's just too good of a deck not to. Beyond this discussion about that, the tops this past weekend have been incredible. Yeah, we've seen Dino's top. We've seen, not excitingly, I'm not excited that True Draco's topped, like that did a top 3 or had 3 in the top 16 in that event, and also had other tops. The thing is, that deck just got so. Since the rest of the meta basically got a nerf, that got a boost, and I'm not excited about playing a lot of Floodgates. True Dragonic Diagram just got bought out on TCG Player. It's a little bit ridiculous. So as far as what the metagame looks like going forward, I think, yeah, obviously Sky Strikers took a huge hit there. We're still going to see a ton of Thunder Dragon, and we're still going to see a lot of Orcust, but now it looks like my man Robbie said, Lancia is a really good freaking hand trap, and you're going to see that probably in the format a lot more, at least in people's side decks. And it's honestly just such a great freaking card, especially against the Thunder matchup. Thunder and the Orcust matchup. Things are just so incredibly diverse. That's probably point 3 about Salamangreat, is that this format is now becoming so diverse that I think people don't come to a regional and don't know how to play a lot of these rogue strategies. And I think that is one thing to keep in mind here. I think that's actually really good for a format. I played against a lot of decks here, and I honestly, even with Miscellaneousaurus at 3, it almost doesn't still make any sense how it would top. I don't know if dinos were running like the True King variant and it became more consistent with Miscellaneousaurus. That's the only thing I can think of, but the only way I see dinos actually topping is specifically because people forgot about dinos. And if you forget about dinos and forget what they do, they can shit on you. They can just completely shit on you. And that's not something you don't want to be shit on. But weirdly enough, moving forward in this format, you're probably going to want to stick Lancia, because a lot of these decks, they get off on banishing cards, and like just like Dinos banish cards. If you come with a Lancia against decks that do generic banishing, they're going to have a hard time if you have a copy of Lancia in your hand. Also, Droll and Lock, there's so much danger engine going around. I think if you main deck Droll and Lock, that might be a good option. That's one thing that I'm actually going to do. I'm going to main deck Droll and Lockbird for this upcoming format just because there's so many danger engines running around. But that's just my opinion. You do what you guys want to. My take on the format. Let me know what you guys think. Leave that in the comment section. So appreciate it, guys. Peace.